Hi everyone, my name is Gemma G, and thank you very much for dropping by. So today, let's talk about saying no, that it's okay to say no. What do I mean by this? So for example, if you have a friend that reach out to you, maybe regularly, or that they always want to talk to you about issues, mostly issues. My experience sometimes is friends only want to talk about problems. When there's good news, they don't want to share it. So they just want to talk about problems. And you entertain that, you're being generous and you give them some time to listen with their concerns, understanding them, and how can you support them emotionally, and perhaps see it from your lens, what they're not seeing. So be their rear view mirror, or whatever you want to call it. And if that happens numerous times, and that just for from one friend, and then if it happens to another friend, and perhaps even your family, and they all call you and talk to you about their issues, and you feel like you can't say no. So when you feel like you can't say no, how are you feeling? How are you taking it? How are you feeling with yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally? I'm sure you are feeling drained. I'm sure sometimes you're feeling resentment. I'm sure you're too tired. You're feeling that you're overcommitted. You feel you ought to speak to them and be present with them. You know what? You not being able to say no to them, you're actually not serving them well, because you're not serving them from generosity, because you're not feeling full. Your cup is not full. Let's go to the airplane analogy. They show you that in case of emergency or whatever, you get to put your oxygen mask first, and then your youngster or whoever is next to you. Before you can help anyone, you get to help yourself first, to ensure that you are fully present, that you are capable to be able to support whoever you need to support. And this is the same thing with the people that you get to support. It's got to be coming from an overflow of what you have in your life, an overflow of finance if you need, if it's a case of giving a donation, as overflow from joy. You have lots of joy and you're overflowing with joy, and you can give more joy to people. Your joy can become infectious to people. Or if it's coming from a confidence point of view, is you're so confident in that particular area that, again, you're able to give. So I hope this is making sense. So it's okay to say no and negotiate and say, hey, it's not the right time at the moment. Can I call you back and let's catch up at this time or whatever? Or schedule something so that you're not always getting lost in all these things and all these phone calls of people approaching you, asking you to support them, but you can't even support yourself. Yeah, so saying no, it's okay, and able to negotiate and present other options that you're okay to meet at this time, date, or whatever, and put that in your diary. And be impeccable with your promise, be impeccable with your words, and then get in touch with them. Call them back or ask them to call you back. So don't feel bad, don't feel guilty when you say no to someone or something that that might arise out of the blue, or that you have committed to. If you have committed to it, you can go back and say, hey, I'm quite full at this time. Can we, move it back, move it forward, whatever. And not feeling attached that saying no means guilt, means letting them down. Okay, because it will serve you both, because you're taking care of yourself, you're managing your diary, you're managing your time, you're managing your self-care, because you've got to be able to take care of yourself, and coming from that overflow before you can serve them, before you can fully support them. So I hope that makes sense. So again, if you're coming from the energy of lack, especially with money, and someone is asking you to support them with money, finance issue, it's okay to say no. Yeah. Or because now that a new trend of donating to this, donating to that, and you feel like, oh, I get to donate too. You don't have to. The energy is not there. You don't have enough money, so you can skip, and the next time you have more abundance of that, you're in abundance of that, or you get more to give, you've got excess to give, then give. Okay, so again, that's another example of it. So saying no, whatever it is, it's okay. Don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel like a victim. Don't feel like you're letting people down, because your energy has to be in alignment so that you can fully serve them from your overflow and from generosity. So I hope that makes sense. So thank you very much. And if you like what I shared with you, and I'm sure you know it already, but practice it. Practice, and you'll get better at it. And no attachment to the result or what they're going to say about it. Okay, thank you. Take care. Bye.